What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Hardcore Worlds. I know it's been a while, to say the least. While I was away, I did one small build, which is this library here, but other than that, the world is pretty much unchanged from what it was in the last episode. I think I have enough builds in this world that have laid the groundwork that I think I'm ready to start setting up the landscape for what I want to do long term. I actually think natural generation does a great job of framing large builds like this and putting them into context. I think most large-scale terraforming projects are more about making the landscape a centerpiece in and of itself, which I'd love to tackle at some point. But first, I think there's one element of Minecraft generation that is just wholly underwhelming. I plan to completely transform how my seaside village looks in this episode by rebuilding the most important part: the sea. What makes the ocean so awe-inspiring? It's the movement, the life, the drama. The ocean itself is an all-expansive creature that leaves scars and gashes in the coastline cliffs it relentlessly attacks. At the same time, the ocean is kind, the ocean is gentle, it slips quietly up and down sandy beaches, carefully polishing the sharp corners from debris it sweeps up. The ocean's terrifying, the ocean's violent, the ocean is kind, the ocean is beautiful. The ocean is so many things, but the Minecraft ocean is none of those. Under the surface, of course, the Minecraft ocean is mysterious and beautiful, but above the surface, the ocean is flat, still, dead. The opposite of what I find beautiful about the real ocean. It's not the devs' fault. Minecraft water just isn't that versatile. I think it's my job to bring the ocean to life. Dramatized seascapes are some of the most striking pieces of art. We've all seen these Japanese woodblock prints that capture that beautiful drama of the sea, and I want to bring that drama and that life to my little seaside village in Minecraft. So today, we're going to rebuild the ocean, block by block. Alright, so we're just going to jump right into it. Over here we have the villager breeder I built up in the last episode, and our main building block is going to be glass for this project. So we're going to set these guys up as librarians, and that's where we'll hopefully be getting all our glass. So let's get these guys set up, and then I'll start showing you how we're going to be terraforming the ocean. Alright, so far I only have 4 of these guys, because obviously I used up all the villagers that were in the backlog of the villager breeder, and I have gathered quite a bit of glass. And then obviously I'm going to keep trading glass as we continue this episode, but for now I think it's time to build up a blue dye farm so that hopefully in just a second we can go and start on the actual terraforming, which should be really fun. Let's go build up a blue dye farm. Alright, so here's the dye farm. It's a very simple dye farm that's very inefficient. I decided not to even build a collection system or anything, at least yet. I'm sure I will eventually if I need to use this more, but I just chose a spot in the plains that cornflowers could grow and built a very, very simple bone meal farm that's very ugly redstone, but if it works, it works. So I'm just gonna, not quite AFK since I didn't light anything up over here, but just kind of stand here for a little while until we have, at least enough cornflowers to make enough blue dye to, really make a dent in our glass. We should be able to come back in just a second and start placing blocks so that we can finally start on this project. Alright guys, so I've done quite a bit of work since the end of that time lapse, but essentially we've got one wave here. I don't think you could really tell in the time lapse how much of the coast I did, but let's do a quick flyby, where we start over here, and then some of this doesn't load in, and if I want to get like a good picture of it, I have to like kind of fly by and load in all the glass all the way, because I think Optifine messes it up a little bit. But basically, this thing goes all the way over here, which I know seems like a little bit much since I don't really have anything over here right now. But eventually, this kind of village is going to expand everywhere over here, and it's not going to expand much this way past the cathedral. So that's why, you know, it only goes up to like right here for now. But it extends so much further that way despite not really having anything over there. And I think that's going to have to be it for the ocean terraform for this episode, because that took a long time and I would like to get this video out. But I think it's looking really good, and once we add in like I think one more big wave, and then once we actually develop the beaches and have it, you know, waves crashing up on the beaches and stuff, this is going to look so cool. And I think it already looks really cool. Like already it just, I don't know, it just looks so much more interesting. And, you know, I think it frames the village a lot nicer. So let's move on to some housekeeping stuff. I've been wanting to do a lot of just like little stuff in the world and connecting stuff. And maybe we'll even do some roads today. But first off, since we have this glass trading setup where we can get lots of glass, it'll be really easy to get enough glass to actually put the windows in the cathedral. So I figure let's do that real quick and then do a little bit of housekeeping and connect up some of these big gaps and stuff that have been bothering me for so long. Alright, so we got all of the glass in on the cathedral. This thing, it feels so much more complete now that the glass is in. But while I was putting in glass, I broke some of the torches, and so now it's dangerous in here. But this thing looks so much more complete, and I haven't worked on the cathedral in a while, and I noticed that there are a couple blocks missing in some places that I'll need to, like right there, that I'll need to address at some point. But for now, I'm calling the exterior of the cathedral complete. Hopefully sometime soon we can start on the interior, because I think that'd be fun. And then I built a door for the library, which is always good. And then the main thing that we did was built a back to the schoolhouse. I still left the front floating because I really just don't completely know what I want to do with this area, if I want to just cover it in dirt or if I want to keep this kind of topography. I'm not totally sure, but either way, for now things are looking much more complete and connected up. And man, I really like how this ocean terraform came out. Let's turn on some shaders and get some nice shots of the world with the ocean in the background. I think this was a huge success, and I'm excited to keep working on this. Alright guys, so I think that's going to do it for this episode of the Hardcore World. I had a ton of fun, and I hope you guys did too. Subscribe if you're not already, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.